Hello everyone, welcome to episode 81 of Court of Swords, wherein one more bald person joins the cast. Who's shaving their head next? Me, Adam, or Max?
Not happening.
Who's it going to be?
No, thank you.
I guess it's me.
No,
I guess
definitely not me.
Maybe Dan and Zeke are the ones that have to decide who joins their new cult. Maybe that's what happens.
Yeah.
Join us. You know,
I swear, if you put on a monk robe and all that stuff.
Yeah. How's it going? Role playing Varys just constantly, Zeke. How's that working out?
Man, I haven't heard that one. I haven't heard Michael Chiklis. I haven't heard Bruce Willis. I haven't heard
Who's Michael
Mr. Clean. Like, Jesus Christ, Dan, I don't know how you do it,
Chiklis
buddy.
is the guy from the Shield. The guy from the Shield.
Oh yeah, I see that one. That one's actually probably the most appropriate, to be honest. Maybe.
I got Trout from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I was like, my skin's better than that.
Yeah, I would agree.
You
With
don't
that.
look you don't look like any of those guys.
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I do.
The
I did
picture
like.
you posted on Twitter looked like Varys because you were making the face and you didn't have any stubble.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Uncle Fester, Lex Luthor, yeah, Zordon.
I was bald once, and I think I've shown it to you on my driver's license, Zeke. I think you've seen it. It's not good. I have a very odd. You've got you and Dan have pretty evenly globule head. Like it's a good sphere. Mine, it just has I got dropped a couple times is what I'm saying. That's really we'll just cut to the chase. There's some hard.
Someone took like a cutting board and like pressed it while you're a baby.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. It looks pretty rough. So I don't know if I'll ever shave my head. So I don't know who's gonna join. And Max seems into it. He seems pretty into it, right? Max, just shaving your head.
Nope.
Dude, that would be
I
a
could
travesty.
I could do it. The only way I would consider doing it is like some stupid like charity goal, or it's just like something I didn't even think we'd hit, that kind of deal. Then I would do it because my hair actually grows back pretty quick, and I've already had like a buzz cut before when I was younger on accident, where it was like a number 2 everywhere.
Oh,
because I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. I was like, "What do you do?" "Oh yeah, I think they do just like a number 2." Just and then she's like, "Are you sure?" And I remember thinking as a kid, but I didn't have like the social confidence to double check and question things. I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure."
yeah.
She's like, "Okay," and then she got the buzzer out. I'm like, like, well, we're in now.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have a fairly spherical head. I don't know.
We got too many Adam, how's your head? Is it nice and spherical?
I don't know, man.
All right. Well, you need to shave it to find out. Everyone must find out the shape of their head at least
No, you
once.
gotta get one of those phrenology clamps, and you can figure out your personality and like how smart you are, and like
What?
all these other exciting things about you by measuring the bumps on your head.
Yeah, that sounds
You know about
accurate.
phrenology?
No.
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that?
it's-
Did you read that in
it's-
another tabletop RPG book, Adam? I don't know if
No,
that's a
it's
thing.
real. It's this it's real. It's this it's quackery from the Victorian era. But
It's like
we used to
reflexology,
think,
right?
they used to think that by measuring the like weird bumps on your head, you could tell things like about a person's personality, because they thought that your skull grew to fit the shape of your brain, and if you could measure your brain, you could measure. It was also extremely racist, because they were like, well, white people's heads are shaped like this, and they're smart and great. So quack science. The shape of your head doesn't matter. Whatever shape your weird skull is, friends, it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. The more
Wax
you know.
science, wax science sounds adorable, kind of though. It sounds like some little ducks that are just like
duck
sitting there.
science, Donald Duck science. Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah.
that's a breakthrough, by the way, they just had.
It's true. Yeah. We don't know what they discovered, but it was important. Exactly.
It was important. Yep.
Perfect.
Zeke, what have you been up to the past week? How you been?
Good. I've been really good. We did our 3rd episode of the Star Trek Adventures role-playing game yesterday, and it got really exciting. I can't wait for the finale. It's a limited run, so only 4 episodes. So we did episode 3 yesterday, and my command was questioned, and I turned out the captain knew what he was doing.
Ooh.
So
Can you play a Ferengi in that game? Can you be a Ferengi?
there's no Ferengi in the book.
It's fucked
But
up,
yes,
man.
you can do whatever you want, because they have like a whole like section on like, if you would like to play a Ferengi, you can blah blah blah.
Oh god, it would be so good God, the Ferengi are the fucking worst.
Yeah.
It'd be so
I
fun
just
to
play a
play.
Ferengi.
I'm saying, dude, I would totally do just all Ferengi, like rules of acquisition role playing with you, Adam. Like
Oh my
that would be
God.
so much fucking fun.
Good.
Are
The
Ferengi the
worst.
gnomes of Star Trek?
No,
Is that a good?
Ferengi. I mean, like I hate them as much as I hate gnomes. So in that
Yeah.
regard, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like what would happen if people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk got to decide what Star Trek was like, right? Where they were like, money is excellent. I just want to talk about females the whole time. And oh god,
Human.
they're terrible.
Oh, boy.
They're the worst. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
have the
actually, when they
wits.
first encountered them, they compared them to something like a Yankee trader is what they called them, which I
Yeah.
still don't know what that means. But
don't
they're
either.
just obsessed with the acquisition of property, money. You know,
You clothe your
riches.
women.
Well, they're supposed to be a like an over the top reflection of like the way we are versus the way the Federation is, right? Where they're like, well, the Federation has gotten over needing money for things, and they're in this like post scarcity. Everybody is like treated fairly and equally, and then the Ferengi are supposed to be like, yeah, this is what it used to be like. They're all these like horrible money obsessed weirdos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But some of them are, some of the daemons are respectable and still got a little bit of that craziness in the back of their mind. But I always loved seeing like the respectable like daemons like trying to like, broker peace and stuff, and then their crew's like, where's the profit? What the fuck are we doing?
Wait, what's a daemon? Is it what? Now we're
So
getting
basically
deep
the
into
Ferengi
lore.
equivalent of a captain, right? In their
okay.
like man structure.
Gotcha. All right, understood. We're learning a lot.
It's like a
today on the
grand.
show.
It's like a Moff.
Okay, understood. Gotcha. Zeke, besides Star Trek, anything else?
I finished up Grim Fandango.
Did you get annoyed
that
anymore
was-
at that guy? Whatever his name was.
I mean, it's an adventure point and click game, dude. There's going to be parts where sometimes you just get lucky. You don't know how the fuck to do something. And then you plant a signpost in the exact right spot and something opens up and you're like, fuck you, game.
Okay.
Because that game is full of red herrings. Like, just for instance, there's this part where there's a lot of tunnels and doors and that kind of stuff. And you don't use them for the game at all.
Oh.
It's just you can go in and out and you come out. It's like the Scooby-Doo like thing where you go in one door and come out like a completely other thing. And you're like, fuck, how do I figure this out? And it's completely thrown in there just to fuck with you. You don't even need to do it.
I see.
It's stupid. But that's adventure games. And it was a lot of fun. The humor and the voice acting and the music, top fucking notch for adventure gaming.
Yeah. What?
Very good.
What
Very
adventure game are you going to now? You've kind of done this tour of adventure games the past year. Where are you going?
Yeah.
Where are you headed to next?
I'm not sure. I have a people send me old games now, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
So I have like 4 boxes of adventure games with the discs inside of them.
Nice.
Nice.
And I've got The Mummy, Total Distortion, Rama, R-A-M-A, I don't know, and Star Trek Klingons. And one of those probably.
Are they
I'll,
the old
fire up.
PC boxes that were just gigantic? It made no sense. Because that was the best, going into like Babbage's and just seeing giant fucking boxes. Yeah. Like, why were they so big? It makes no sense. There's just a disc. It's so silly. It's so weird.
Take up all that shelf space.
Yeah.
Zeke, if anyone tells you or tries to convince you to play BloodNet, don't do
Yeah.
it. You think
Why?
it's going to be so good that it's bad? It's just bad. It's like nearly unplayable. I tried.
Oh, really?
Could not do it. I did not have the patience. Yeah, it's funny for about like half an hour, and then it's just no. Don't do it, man.
Did you play Harvester and like Phantasmagoria and stuff like that?
Yep.
Anywhere near that?
The problem with BloodNet is that it tries too hard to be like a role-playing game in addition to being an adventure game. So when you get into fights, it's like way more complicated than it needs to be. And then it goes back to this really long, slow, like adventure game thing. And you're on a timer too. So you have no room to like explore really, because if you screw up or take too long, then your character just goes crazy. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, if you want to play a game like that, Quest for Glory is way better.
All right.
I mean, there still I've powered through tons of them, and there are still like tons of them that I haven't even touched yet. That people are like, "Oh my god, you haven't played this? You have to play this," and like a list of like a couple dozen other games. Like I've never touched like the Discworld series or King's Quest or
Oh, dude, King's Quest is the shit. You should definitely play that.
See, that's what people they're like. You have like King's Quest?
No.
Oh my god!
What was that, Dan?
They're actually good though.
I love King's Quest.
Oh.
That was my first game on PC. Was the King's Quest 6? It came with the PC.
Dude, it's the best one.
Is that the one with the cartoon draws with the quick time, like events? Am I getting this wrong?
No,
it's the one that used to be an arcade cabinet where it was like
you're thinking of Dragon
Slayer.
Dragon Slayer, yeah.
Dragon
Dragon Slayer with Dirk the Daring. I played that. They had a remaster or whatever on Steam.
I never played that game.
It's great.
What
things.
What is the adventure game where there's like it's like an Arabian theme and there's like a flying carpet?
Aladdin for SNES.
No, fuck. I can't. Now I'm just gonna be thinking about Aladdin nonstop. My brother used to play this shit nonstop, and it came on like 30 fucking floppy disks back in the day. Quest for Glory. I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That fucking game. That was I've seen that played multiple times. Never actually played it myself. I think that's probably why I got turned off for adventure games for my entire life is because my brother played it nonstop and could never beat it. So I just thought it was a stupid fucking game. Well, cool. Zeke, anything else going on besides adventure games and head shaving and Warframe and all that stuff?
I'm playing that's my off time. It's like I'll bathe tomorrow. I got Warframe. Let's see. We got to get to the next frame piece and see what's cooking. I still haven't cleared Europa yet, so I gotta go just clear it, just get it off of my mind. Get off the ledger and stuff like that. And I played it until like 6 a.m. last night.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's just easy. Like you can do whatever. Like there's just so much stuff to do in the game, and I just like the options. Like, what do you want to work towards? Do you want to work towards your master ranking? Do you want to work towards like farming a piece for this fucking frame that you like, or whatever the fuck? There's just lots of shit to do, which is any sort of MMO game.
I'm sitting at like 8.5 or 8.6K plat, and I'm really thinking of just like going in there and just buying whatever the fuck I want and just trying to find something that's like super gonna hook me into like playing that for a little while. Because I have that with the frame, but I don't have that with the guns right now. So I might just buy some better guns or buy some guns that are more appealing to me. We'll see.
Yeah. No, I got a 75% off platinum card or whatever discount, which apparently like is super duper rare.
Yeah.
And so I spent $50 and got $200 worth of platinum. So I have all this platinum, and I would feel bad like buying stuff that people like said like don't waste your platinum on that.
Nah.
Just do like weapon slots, frame slots, and I do rush jobs. Like if I want to play this with this weapon or this frame, I pay to rush it. But it's so tempting because I have so much platinum now. Like it's so tempting to just be like, I think I want this frame.
Yep.
And just grab it.
That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. Because I'm probably just going to go. I'll probably buy a bunch of shit tomorrow. We'll see. Dan, how's your Warframe addiction going? Is it nice and strong?
Yeah, I'm loving that game. It's a lot of fun. I love triggering chat by buying stuff on the market with platinum because I don't want to go and farm it. Like, oh, control module, it's 10 platinum.
No.
I buy it. Chat's like, no.
Exactly.
Dan, here's the number one way to trigger chat when playing Warframe. When you go to create something and it has a minute creation, you can fast create it for 5 plat. Wait till it gets about 4 seconds left and then create it for about 3 plat. That's the best way to trigger chat with that. Because it's 3 plat for 5 seconds of time. It's great. It's the number one way to do it. Chat got super fucking pissed when I was doing that. What you were playing Rhino last night when I was watching? You still on the Rhino grind?
I went to craft Rhino. It was like 3-day wait. I'm like, nope, I want it now, and I brushed it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a very exciting Warframe, but it's very good at very defensive.
Yeah. Yeah, the armor or whatever on it with the. I don't want to start talking Warframe. That's all I do recently. it's a fun game. Dan and Zeke are enjoying it. What else you been up to, Dan? I saw you're playing some more GTA. You're in the next evolution of it right now, right?
I beat Vice City, so then I moved on to San Andreas, which I've never played before. And
Really?
the game is really good. I was surprised. I've never played it. Yeah, that game is huge. Like that rivals the map in 5 at least.
Yeah.
It's 3 full big cities with quests in each one. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they top tier voices in that game, like Samuel L. Jackson, David Cross, a bunch of guys all on there.
Was that PS3 and Xbox 360 era?
It was PS2, and they were paid by Sony to rush it to get it out before the end of the era of PS2. Like,
I see.
They were gonna push for 3, but they like pushed it at the end to get it out there before they started pushing up PS3.
And then that's GTA 4, 3? Which one is that? Is it even a number?
Technically, it's 5, but it's not. But it's not numbered as 5.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe that's why I don't remember it.
Vice City, San Andreas, and then they went back to 4.
Right. Are you going to play through the rest of the GTA games, or are you just kind of enjoying San Andreas and figure it out later?
I've never played 3, so I might go back and try 3. People say it has a really good story, so I might try that one.
That's with Nico and his brother. Which one is 3?
No, GTA 4 is Nico Bellic.
Okay.
4 is Nico.
3 is random white guy.
Yeah, right. Just like dude protagonist.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that one. That'd be interesting to watch for sure. And then
going back to those games, it makes you miss some of the modern conveniences like GPS. Like,
oh god,
driving, all you get is a dot. So like you got to constantly pull out the map. There's no map buttons. You got to go to the menu, then map, then find where you're going. Try to trace it, and then your head, and then the mini map rotates, which is really annoying. So like finding your way around is a pain in the ass in the old games.
Yeah, I'm not into that. That seems like a pain in the ass for sure. Well, cool. Well, I'll keep an eye on your stream. I've been enjoying the Dan H evolution in the past couple of weeks because it's gone some places. Dan H has been traveling some worlds. Let's say that.
It was Grove Street Boys, but then I accidentally said grocery one day. Now it's Grocery Boys from now on.
Nice. Well done. So, yeah, I'm interested to see where Dan H ends up next for sure. Max, what have you been up to? You were traveling last week. Missed you on the show, but you did some July the 4th stuff.
For you guys?
It was
My
good.
question is, how did it go? I didn't watch
Nothing
it.
happened of importance at all.
Yeah.
It's going to be a normal
a filler episode.
Today. Yeah. It should be fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How was your week
affects,
away?
Was nothing that affects what's going on with me or anything like that?
No, nothing at all. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Some people tweeted some stuff like vague things, and I was like, "Oh, damn it! What did they do?"
I mean, we didn't do anything. All right, we just live in this world. It revolves around us. As Adam
did Krabby
live in this world.
Toodleberg become real? Now I have to.
No comment. We'll just have to see today.
Okay,
I'm actually pretty excited that you missed last week. To be honest,
I was gonna go watch it and go back and watch it, but then I was like, you know what? It kind of makes more. A lot of times, the best option is just to go in blind because I wouldn't be privy to that information anyway. So
exactly, yeah, that's why I'm into it.
I went to visit a buddy in Michigan for 4th of July. Got pretty drunk. Wrestled a coyote, not a real one, a fake one.
Oh, okay.
Fake one. In my mind, in my drunk mind,
and my emotional arc there was so fast. I got whiplash. Like, you wrestled
a coyote. What? Doesn't he have a messed up leg? I don't. I beat with my boot. It was just
he could have used the boot or the crutches. Just give some range.
Yeah, I'm actually getting a little more mobility now. I'm not using the crutches as much and stuff. I can kind of like walk as long as I walk a certain way. But yeah, that's going good. A little update on the heel injury. I played Star Citizen last night for the first time ever.
I saw that. I watched the first stream with Burke and them where they were playing Star Citizen last Wednesday, maybe, or last Tuesday.
Yeah, I was meant to play with them, but I wasn't around. I wasn't able to make that one. So
yeah, how's that? How's Star Citizen?
It's cool. It's one of those games where I can tell everybody super feels strongly about it because obviously it's been in development for so long, so much money's been thrown at it, whatever. But from what I've seen of like kind of talking to people that are clearly like super into what they're doing and stay on top of it, they stay pretty transparent about what they're working on, and they have a lot of dev diaries and videos and things like that, more than any other devs that I've seen. And from what I've seen recently, I know it's kind of a recent patch that kind of got the game to where it's at now, or the alpha state of it, where it's at now. Really high fidelity stuff, a little bit of frame rate issues here and there when you're on, like in the space station with a lot of people in the area, or just, but it's one of those games too, where it's like every single thing that, like, you see an asteroid field or things surrounding a ring of a planet, like those are all things that you can visit. They're not a skybox.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I respect that a lot. I think for $45, especially for me as a streamer, super easy call to just be like, yeah, I'm going to check that out. Really detailed too. Like the different space stations and stuff that they have. Levesky, I think, is one of the ones that we were on. It kind of is like a snow. I don't know if it was a moon or whatever, but there's like boundaries and stuff. And then we were also on the pirate station and stuff. But it's really cool. Really cool. I know there's people get all up in arms because they have like a $27,000 option if you want to do that. But apparently that was something that was requested by the hardcore like player base that have like super what's it called, disposable income and just want to like, provide ships and stuff for the people that they play with. So, and also I really like the fact that you can just jump in and not have any, like, there's no skill points or anything like that. So there's no like, I get my friend to come in and play, but we don't have the same experience because I'm super god tier level and he's, whatever. The difference would be just like, if you got like a better suit or something like that. But, I don't know. I enjoyed it for what it is. I really like sci-fi and all that stuff. And just the idea of being able to like warp jump to different places, go and, break atmo, get on the planet, land, have fun messing around on the planet, mine stuff. It's neat. Cool. Also, they have some really cool cinematic stuff for things like machinima, or if you wanted to get creative and make like little videos and stuff. For instance, last night we were doing like a battle with some NPC pirates that just came at us. And I went into the third person view and messed around with the free camera stuff. And I just had like Star Trek Next Generation OST stuff going, and it worked so well. I was like transitioning as this battle was happening. It's super cool. So for me, I'm enjoying it, but I know people will probably disagree and are strongly opinionated about that game.
I think the game is pretty divisive on, especially on Twitch. But you're the first person I've ever talked to and had them talk favorably about it. So,
well, this is the first time that I've played it too. So I waited a long time to play it. I purposely did not play it way back because it did not look like I would have fun, and it looked real janky, less janky. So having more fun with it now.
That's good.
But yeah, I'd play it again. Super cool.
Yeah. When are you gonna play Warframe, Max? Everyone else is doing it.
I was playing. I don't remember what I was playing. I think I was just like when I came back from Michigan, I was playing Super Mario Odyssey because I just wanted to play something different, and I was playing a lot of that on the road.
Yeah.
And it just my Twitter feed was just like Warframe. Here we go. Add Warframe. Here we go. Like, Jesus, they got everyone.
Well, they did it. Yeah, they did a huge sponsored stream push on Saturday for like their TennoCon stuff. So yeah, I think that there'll be about a month or so of a lot of Warframe out there for sure. But
I know that games get developed over time and that they change and stuff. But I played Warframe. I got it for free or whatever. It came with my PS4 when I first bought it. I played it. It was really bad.
It's gotten.
And now whenever I'm like, I'm like, that was like ages and ages ago. But now every time I'm like, maybe I should go back and check it out. I'm like, but I hated it so much when I played it.
That's how I was.
I know I can't. Like I can't get over that in my head where I'm like, but I've played it already. It's bad, even though I'm sure it's not. Like I just can't help it.
Yep.
It's the worst.
I understand that.
I'd be willing to give it another shot because I know they changed a lot. And when I played it was like years and years and years back. And even then it was real tight, ran super smooth, pretty fast action. I don't know if that's changed in terms of like the moving and mechanics and fighting and stuff like that.
It's faster.
They had some little janky stuff, but this was many years ago. Is it? I mean, in your opinion, like, sounds like you're pretty down with it. Like a lot of other people, like, is it good? Is it worth for me to go back and check it out, or is it kind of daunting?
I was talking about it before the show, but I'm off that drug and on to another one, which we're just not going to name because I don't want to be shamed on my own show. All right, we're just not going to be shamed on my own show.
Was it Kingdom Hearts 2, whatever?
No, I'm not ashamed to play Kingdom. We could talk.
No,
all
there's
you
no
want
shame
about
in Kingdom Hearts.
I was with Captain Jack Sparrow yesterday and Will Turner, and it was great. I just had a great
all your
time.
old friends.
Yeah.
I see in chat what
everybody
who's
saying what it is in chat. You're all banned. You're all.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, there's an expansion coming out in a month. You got to get. They're taking away the Mage Tower. You got to get in there and get your sick fucking trans.
Let me ask you this: has WoW changed at all in its formula of like, here's a new expansion, grind, do the same mechanics and shit that you've done, or have they gotten actually like kind of creative with it? This is coming from a super ignorant like objective third party observer of just people who just go back to it like a drug. And I'm like, you're gonna get hurt again. It's gonna burn you.
to a lay person, no, it's not changed. But to people that play WoW, like it's changed. Like it's a
To the
different
uninformed.
grind. Yeah, I mean, it's like yes, it changes, but it's not. It's just a different type of grind for sure. Yeah.
You know, the reason they don't make another one is because everybody's still just cool to play that one.
Totally.
That's why would they
still
ever
the
make
best
another
MMO out there.
I like the accusatory way you said that, Max. Like it's your fault. There's no World of Warcraft 2. You know.
I don't want
It's
to.
the
WoW.
same
why they
reason
don't
that they keep releasing Skyrim.
Yeah.
People keep buying it.
Exactly.
Buying it, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll own that. I'm to blame for them not releasing another one. Like,
WoW's good.
they'll take their time.
Look, they got me back in the game because 3 mounts dropped that all have a 2% or less chance to drop yesterday, and I'm totally about that. So, you know, maybe if Warframe just had some super rare drops that weren't super in the game, I'd be into it.
Yeah. I think the only thing that will get me to play Warframe again is probably some, friend groups that I like you, me, and some other people are like, let's try it out. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. If it does, great. I've been trying to be more open to just playing like a bunch of different shit. It's been fun. It's been working out pretty
How
well.
do you feel about Kingdom Hearts?
Oh God. I'll be honest, I'll try it, but if it ends up being just a horrible experience where chat's just backseating like crazy and I'm losing my goddamn mind to the game, and I don't need any more gray hairs in my beard. It's already there, they're popping up.
It hasn't been that backseaty. Every once in a while I get in a boss and I'll be like, all right, we're just gonna put a only mode on because I'm gonna struggle for a little while and I don't want y'all to freak the fuck out. So I just go only mode, and then once we kill it, we take it off and all's fine. It's great. Apart from that, it hasn't really been that crazy. But the story, I watched a 3-hour movie about Kingdom Hearts, about one of the games on Sunday. It was 3 hours, just back-to-back nonsense. But it was important to the story. So, yeah.
Was that the salted ice cream one?
Yeah, no, it's where they eat ice cream for 3 hours. Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. I wanted some ice cream so bad after that.
I know. I brought popcorn and fucked up because all I wanted was just ice cream. And we're not joking. They eat salted ice cream for about 3 hours. It's a reoccurring thing. No one knows why. It's not even important to the story. They just need something to eat. They're like, hey,
game?
Yeah. Hey, you're bored. You want to go eat some ice cream on top of the clock tower? All right. Oh, that sounds good.
What is this? Like cutscenes from the game that were mashed together to be a 3-hour movie? Or...
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly that. Yeah.
I was like, did you watch a 3-hour fan film of like people in
No.
I want some ice cream.
No. Donald and Goofy weren't even in this one. Just 3 hours ice cream, and I wanted some real bad. So
Jeez.
We'll see.
I couldn't think of anything else to eat that entire time. Just salted.
Salted sea salt ice cream.
It's not good.
Yeah. I was about to get into some spoilers, but there's a person that may not make it through that
spoilers?
game, and it's probably because they ate too much sea salted ice cream. They just died of diabetes. That's probably what happened. Anyways, we're a little bit over, but Adam, what have you been up to?
I've been playing Banner Saga.
One?
I never finished it. Yeah, never finished it.
That game's
The
hard.
first, like, couple hours.
I remember being very difficult.
I don't think the tactical combat stuff is that difficult, but the game does occasionally just punch you in the dick for no reason. Like occasionally you'll just be like, okay, I'm going to make this decision in the little like story part between like battle sequences. And it's like, cool, you chose to do this innocuous thing. Well, 2 of your characters died and all of your food lit on fire and nobody likes you anymore. Cool, carrying on.
That's exactly what I remember.
Yeah, it's interesting. I went on like a bit of a design rant about it the last time I played, but I'm enjoying it. I understand what it wants me to do now, which is not listen to what it tells me at all. Like it does this thing that a lot of games do where it's like your choices matter and like there's serious consequences for every choice, but the choices don't like line up with what you expect. Like there's a bit in it where the game says to you in no uncertain terms, it's like, you think this fight is going to be a challenge. And I'm like, okay, I get it. So you're warning me this is going to be a hard fight. My characters are all at good health. I'm ready to go. I do the fight. You get to the end of the fight, and normally you'd think, okay, the fight was challenging. I get like a reward or something. But it's like, at the end of this incredibly challenging fight, not only do you win and get nothing, but also a bunch of other shit happens that screws you. You shouldn't have gotten that fight. And I'm like, what? You fucking game.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I remember it being like that.
Yeah.
I did not have that fun of a time with the game. But it looked great, and the music was fantastic.
Yes, Austin Wintory's good stuff.
I would recommend getting it on mobile, because that's where I think I enjoyed it. Because I played it on PC and mobile, and I was like, this is better suited for, like...
I'm playing it on... Yeah, I'm playing on the Switch right now. And it's cool because they ported a bunch of stuff. I didn't know this, but Chad was telling me. They ported a bunch of stuff from Banner Saga 2 back into 1 for the Switch release. So there's like a bunch of abilities and like upgrades and shit from Banner Saga 2 that got moved over. So the version I'm playing of it is different than I would have on PC. But yeah, like I don't know. I find I keep having to tell people on stream now that like just because I think I'm like talking about how a game is bad and stupid doesn't mean I'm not having fun. Like I like playing games where I'm like, this is a terrible design decision. This is mean and shitty. Let's talk about that. And I can still have a good time. I think people are already also really attached to watching someone have fun with a game they liked.
Yeah.
I think that's tricky too. When people are like, I love this game. And you're like, I don't know. And they're like, what?
Yep.
How? What the? But I like it.
You got to be real careful about that.
Yeah. But no, it's been fun. I'm gonna play. I'm playing it so that I can play the second one because the third one is coming out. I'm gonna play that at the end of the month.
Yeah.
When that's out. But
are you gonna play?
If I was about to say, are you playing Octopath?
That's what I was gonna fucking ask you. Are you? I'm probably not. I'm stuck in Kingdom Hearts land right now.
Yeah. I'm going to. I'm gonna finish Banner Saga 1. I'm gonna do Octopath. And then I'll probably jump in, do Banner Saga 3, like 2 and 3, and then come back.
Yeah.
Because they're short, right? They're like 20 hours. But...
Yeah. Dan, are you playing Octopath?
Not sure yet. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying the story is like Final Fantasy VI, where there's like not a main character or something, but it's still really good. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, demo seemed all right. Gameplay is good. And same thing. It looks beautiful. The gameplay is like pretty standard stuff. I like that you could fight everybody. You could just fight townsfolk. That's fun.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like,
that's cool.
This peasant's slipping me off. I'm gonna get in a fight with them. Yeah, part of it is that you can like get in duels with the various like townsfolk. I don't know if it's just one character that can do this, but like a bunch of them can. But yeah, and you can get like bonus items and like get XP and stuff for like fighting the innkeeper and stuff. It's only one character, yeah. So that was fun. I like that. I picked on the innkeeper a bunch of times. But the voice acting is a nightmare. I think we talked about this before. It's not good. So
okay.
we'll see.
All right.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it.
All right, we'll have to see. It comes out Friday, so I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of streams for that stuff.
Yes.
All right, let's do some goals, and we'll jump into some D&D. I think we all are going to have some bunch of new goals, because I need 2 at least. I don't know where Zeke and Ramus are.
You and Ramus both need 2 new ones, and Calumet needs a whole new set. So let's start.
I need a whole new set. What happened?
Just no reason. Just shush. You're not even there. I was joking with JP earlier where I was like, if Max is like running a little late today, let's just tell him not to bother showing up because we don't need him.
It's true.
Right? Yeah.
They just got time travel. We're gonna have to live with that, I guess. The Ducks are going back in time.
We're just really slowly kicking Max off the show. Like really, really slowly and awkwardly.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine. No, that's not true. That's not true, Max. So,
hey, he's had a good run. All right.
Berg in heaven. What do you want to do? What are your goals?
Well, I mean, obvious would be eliminate the what was his name? Big Brother, right?
Yeah, Zhen Wu.
Zhen Wu, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, complete the task with Zhen Wu.
Okay, so you want to assassinate the god of good luck, Zhen Wu.
Sounds so bad when you say that.
Well, I mean,
you want to assassinate the god of good luck? Are you saying Berg's being manipulated? What do you?
I'm telling you literally what it is you are being asked to do.
Assassinate's a strong word.
I mean, you
retire.
No, wrong campaign. Do you still want to reunite with your friends?
Yeah. I don't know if that'll happen this session. Probably not, but maybe.
Yeah, probably not. And that's actually what I was kind of getting at with with the other thing. And I was thinking too, like, because we did the session with the other three, if we don't complete the Berg thing this time, we could do like a little 2-hour like just you and me session sometime to like catch Berg up.
Yeah, that's true. Option, that might be good.
Depending on how the pacing goes today. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, and then I'm down to do that.
Yep. That'd be easy.
So you want to reunite with your friends? You want to commit a bodily harm that results in the death of a certain member of the Court of Heaven, and then do you have a third goal? Is there anything else you want to do while you're up here?
The one that's on paper is visit the literal tower, but that seems like it's going to be kind of pushed to the back burner, considering my main focus is to.
You had your your little like moment of seeing the tower in the distance, and the star and all that, and kind of separating yourself from that. So you can leave your other one blank for now if you want.
Think about it.
Think about it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Ramus, the goal that I have listed for you is lay Berg to rest, which I will leave you to decide if you want to continue to try to do that.
I'm gonna have 3 new goals this time.
All right, sounds good. What?
Coming in ready.
First goal, reach the tower alive.
Right. Yeah. Good call. Okay.
Second goal would be find a way into heaven.
Okay. Sure. So this isn't actually doing it, but this is like knowing for sure how to do it.
Yeah. If there's another way in, like if there's, I'll see if Hassan knows a way up in the city. And then 2, find out if split souls can be remerged, like Hassan and his dark side.
Okay. I've been calling that guy Nameless because he can't remember his name, and his name is Hassan. But yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Good. Okay, Kalimut.
Reunite Hassan and his counterpart.
Okay.
Save the city by destroying it.
Right. Okay. Let's see here. So. Yeah, because it is all kinds of messed up now.
Mm-hmm.
The infestation is nearly complete. Okay.
What are you talking about? I feel so out of the loop. Everyone's just like, oof. If you only knew what they did. Last time you guys were play fighting with a god who was like, ha ha ha, D&D. Like,
yeah. And then your third one.
And my third one, I'm struggling with, and I have find mod again, but fuck, I don't even care anymore. Like seriously, it's just terrible. Like every time I try and do something right by her, it just fucking blows up in my face.
Learn to let go.
I'm gonna do it. Like I gotta go with my with my gut and with my with Kalimot's moral stance. Like sure, everything seems hopeless right now, but I mean, it could end up
after all that suffering and the time in the vault. You still haven't learned the devil's lesson. That's okay. I like it. What is it? How do you want to phrase it? How do you want to phrase it? Like find mod, figure out what happened to her. Save her. I know what happened to her. So
yeah,
you could like start with finding out and then maybe like later, like next time, decide what to do with that information. Because I don't want you to be like, save mod and take her home. And then I'm like, right at the beginning, cool. So you step on a corpse of a kid. She's dead. Haha.
Right. You know, come back to me. I'm going to do a third one. I'm going to think about this for a second.
Okay. Yoji?
Did we finish investigate Ramus's soul issue? Did I finish that, Dan? Because I still have it down here, but
I still have it too. I think you said you were still kind of working on it.
Should I change that? Like, because now it's almost like reunite Ramus with his soul, but there's steps that have to occur.
Yeah, so that would be the first. That'd be the first one. Like if your long-term plan is reunite the two halves of Ramus's soul, Ramus is working on that by finding out if it's possible. What would be your like first step?
Well, I mean, I could just put something kind of general and just say like assist Ramus with his soul issues. I don't know what that like how you complete that though, unless it is step by step.
Yeah, it would have to be. You'd have to prove that you like did a concrete thing to help.
Yeah. I don't know like what that would look like in terms of a. Dan, feel free to jump in and like help with what.
Yeah, I mean,
how
knowing
can help
what you know, like knowing what Yoji knows,
Yeah.
what would he think is the next step?
All right, I'm gonna have a secret goal.
Okay, all right.
Knowing what he knows, it's secret goal.
Okay. I'm gonna look over here where Skype is and just wait for that goal to come rolling in. Okay. Do you have non-secret goals you'd like to share with the class?
Yeah, I feel like for Zeke and Dan, they both want to get to the tower. I think Yoji's version of that is be done with the City of Brass. So if like aiding them like is fine with that as long as we get out of the City of Brass when they're done with going to the tower. So I think that's just kind of like Yoji's version of that. Is just being done with the City of Brass.
Okay, so like leave the City of Brass behind. Is that like a goal, or are you just like that's just a thing that's going to happen one way or another?
I think it's just going to happen. Well,
Okay, sure.
yeah. See it again. It's not like there's nothing concrete unless we just like. I guess I have to put like alive or something like that. To where
Yeah,
there's a
there
fail
needs to be
feature.
opposition, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if your goal, like, and it's like, yeah, your goal isn't like wake up in the morning. Like it's like what do you want to accomplish during the day? What do you want to learn today?
Well, if I know both of them want to go to the tower, then I'll just put reach the tower alive.
Okay.
That'll be the fail alive or not alive.
Yeah.
And then Zeke, did you finish out your third?
Yep.
I might assist with it.
I
or
actually
not.
have one that I really do want, and the last goal will be kill the prisoner from the oubliette.
Okay.
Have you made that aware to the party? Or do you think that's just something that like crossed your mind recently when you saw that Mom was no longer here?
No, I was thinking about like what Calumet really wants. He wanted this, like he wants to go back in time and have this never happen. And since that's not a possibility, I think he would try and make it as right as he can, since this is all his doing.
Okay. Then I'll just put like my third goal will be to convince Kalimat to let things go with the prisoner.
Okay. Dig it. Okay.
You're gonna try and convince me to let it go?
Maybe through other means, yeah. Maybe convince is a weird term.
All right.
No, I guess I'll stay with convince.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then you're gonna JP, you're gonna send me your other one,
Oh yeah. I'll send it to you.
your third one. Okay. Cool. Sounds good to me. And then Max, do you have a third one for Berg?
You can tell by my hesitation. No, I do not. Reunite with the group, take out the god. Who's it? What's it's? No, I can't really think of one. That's kind of all he's focused on right now. Is taking out God of Good Luck, Jin. Who's it? What's it's?
Yeah.
Jin.
Zhenwu. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool. So then we'll just leave that third one blank for now. Okay. Cool. So let's start with we'll start with Berg. We'll begin in heaven. So when last we saw Berg, he had taken on his new form, had been given the fiery hammer of heaven, and And you are in you're in heaven. You're in the mighty districts of heaven, and have been given kind of reign to move about as you like in pursuit of your goals. So you're kind of a free agent now. So where would we find Berg? Do we find you alone? Are you in a crowd? Have you sought out anything in particular? Where would Berg go in preparation? What is your plan here?
I remember the last time we saw Berg. Wasn't he? He was staring at the tower, right? That's kind of what we faded out on. Like he was in that. Like a
yeah, and he
area.
saw the star, and yeah.
And last he heard from, who was it that he was supposed to talk to? Like he got like some sort of scroll or something. There was like a thing where it was like, all right, this will take you there, right? The one who was little brother, right? The one who was talking to Berg and like kind of obsessed with him. He was the one who was like, when you're ready to go, let me know. I think. Yeah,
and I think that's done. You know where Zhenwu's like villa is. So Zhenwu is a god of some significance in heaven. He is the god of good fortune and wealth. He is granted many prayers and much wealth up in heaven, and as a result has a palatial estate in I think probably in the district of the sun. So he has a house and like a walled kind of estate with gardens and statuary and what have you out in heaven, and it's where it is and kind of how to find your way there. But is that what you do? Do you just go straight there?
I don't think. Yeah, I think so. I think Berg's pretty focused on the task. I don't know if there's any. Thinking of like, I mean, he has his armor, he has his new weapon. The only thing left to do is to complete the task, or at least try.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Berg would probably just make his way there.
Okay. All right. So we find you then stepping off of one of these kind of like crystalline like boats that traverse the rivers and canals that make up the streets of heaven, and we see Berg step off of the boat as it ascends off into the other neighborhoods of this area, and Berg is standing before these big stone gates. There are stone walls that extend out kind of as far as you can see down the side of this. There's this street where you can walk in front of the villa, and there is a set of, normally there'd be a big set of double doors here, red lacquered wood, but they are open. There are two guardian lions sort of sitting by the door, protecting the gate. And from here, you can see the marble pathway that winds up through the yard, through the gardens, and up to Zhenwu's home. So you are standing before the gate. What are you gonna do?
It's just a big old gate with two guardian lions.
Yeah, but they're not blocking the door or anything. They're just sitting to either side.
Gate open?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a fortress. It's just like a very fancy house.
Okay. Seems a little too easy. Yeah. Are these guardian lions are they just like kind of sitting? They're like heavenly creatures that are just sitting there like kind of stoically, like, or just looking around. Are they regarding Berg at all?
Yeah, they're like celestial lion dogs. Their purpose is to protect temples and sacred spaces. They're well employed throughout heaven. Their original design, like the reason they were conjured up, was to protect the gateways that lead to and from heaven and earth. So that was their original purpose. But they were so beloved that lots of gods like employ them privately to protect their homes and temples within heaven.
This is difficult because Berg is not somebody that stealths, and obviously this is just like a front-on attack. So, I mean, to Berg, it kind of makes sense to just go through and just see what happens. But yeah, no, just right now he's gonna walk through the gates.
Okay.
Calmly.
All right. Sure. Yeah. So you walk up to the gates, and the lions, I think they turn their stone heads towards you, and one of them in Celestial says to you, it's this deep voice, "Who are you? What business have you here?"
I am Berg. I'm here for a visit.
And the lion looks over at the other one and says, "Know you anything of a Berg come to visit?" And the other lion shakes its stony mane and says, "No, no Berg come to visit." And they both like turn their heads towards you and say, "No visitors come unannounced. Master Zhenwu is very busy."
So, what then? You want me to leave?
And they nod and they say, "If you wish to see Master Zhenwu, first you must make an appointment."
And how does one make an appointment?
Send a letter through the bureau and then wait. If you are lucky, you will get what you desire.
God damn it. How formidable are they looking? This does seem like a stupid thing to just attack two celestial.
Make a perception check.
Okay. The thing is, I have no accurate idea of Berg's like offensive capability now because a lot has changed with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of flying a little blind here, considering him, against celestial stuff. You said make a perception.
Yeah, make a perception check. 20. Nice. Good. Okay. All right. So let me see. Let me see about these temple
always
lions.
Tricky too to play Berg in these scenarios because he is not super tactful. He knows like battle and stuff, but he's in heaven. He doesn't know the fuck.
You would assume that to engage these temple dogs in battle would be a deadly sort of encounter for you.
Right. Okay, given that, Berg's in answer to their response, he's just gonna be like,
"Well, I'm sorry to have bothered you."
And he like walks away.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's gonna take a look
so
around.
You walk. Yeah, they don't say anything. They just kind of watch you. They watch you go. Yeah. So okay. So the outside of the villa is essentially a waterside, like a river walk kind of thing. The river is a floating iridescent channel of kind of fluid energy. And on it, you'd say it's probably like 30 feet across to the other shore. And on these canals of energy, the gossamer and crystalline boats of heaven float their passengers throughout the mighty city. They travel at a pace greater than any horse can run or any bird can fly, and they're how that we move around in heaven. So that's sort of the thoroughfare, the street, and you're standing on a marble and gold walkway that the gods can use to move around between closer estates. Zhenwu's manor house is quite large. If you turn and look, you are standing next to a wall made out of what appears at a glance to be like white plaster. There is a paper lantern hanging every sort of, I don't know, every like 20 feet or so, with characters for prosperity and good luck on them, glowing faintly. Everything here is just lit by the column of light from the fountain. So there's the white plaster wall. Up top, there is a steepled sort of roof, like on a pagoda. It's this angled wall with like gold and stone shingles on it. And the wall is about 10 feet tall. And there are windows set into it every once in a while, little hexagon-shaped windows. And through those, you can see into the like the bamboo garden and what have you from the inside. But there does only seem to be, from here at least, the one main gate.
Okay. I was curious, actually. This is just for my own curiosity. We're in heaven, obviously. Yeah. So is there even a day-night cycle? Like, does it ever get dark?
No, it's daytime in some places and nighttime in other places. It's twilight all the time like they take on the heaven is arranged like a great wheel. The fountain at the center, and then out spokes into the distance, and then each sort of slice is a district belonging to one of the arcana. So you're in an area that is of perpetual daytime because you're in the district of the sun. So in the district of the moon, it would always be nighttime. It would shift in others. But out here in this particular pie slice, it is always pleasant and warm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would there be like a backside of the thing that, like an area of the manor that is just less populated by, like, I mean, how many people, how many like celestial people are, like, what's the traffic like? Would it be awkward and weird for Berg to just like grab a, again, just a heaven rock and throw it like above the wall to see if there's any sort of, disturbance or something?
Well, it's heaven, so it's perfect. So there are no stones that are not currently being used for anything. Yeah, there's nothing loose about. And yeah, I mean, there are people coming and going. The vast majority of heaven's population are like human adjacent. There are mostly like servants and what have you. There are some like saints that were brought up here to serve their arcana directly. And other than that, it's mostly Tianxi, right? Part angels. They're the ones that walk around on the streets. Everybody else spends most of their time in their own temple or in their palaces or in the actual bureaucracy itself that surrounds the fountain, sort of the great heavenly bureaucracy, all of its buildings at the core and the hub of the wheel of heaven.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are people around, but mostly no one is paying you any. Everyone just assumes you're like a minor god of something, and so no one is really paying attention to you. In the same way you don't pay attention to everybody like just walking on the street.
Yeah, I could have sworn though, like the last time when we were talking with little brother, wasn't he saying like there was a specific way to get me in? Like, I feel like
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Like, hey, just walk up to the front gates. I swear, because it doesn't make sense that they'd be like, go get him, but also,
I mean, they can't, right? Like you can, because you don't belong to, like, basically they need you because the Zhenwu knows that the little brother is looking for him. Yeah, you have a prayer scroll that can take you somewhere, and maybe that occurs to you, like, oh wait, I have this scroll.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought I had some sort of scroll that was supposed to do something.
Yeah. I found my notes here. Yep.
Yeah, when I was ready. Okay. Screw you, celestial lions. Watch it like teleport to be like right behind them. They're just like. All right, knowing that, then Berg goes away from the manor into like the equivalent of a alleyway, a perfect alleyway with no beggars and no. It's just, yeah, just gets out of the regular street and like takes out the scroll and like examines it. I think he said to just like read it, right, or just say the prayer that's on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what Berg does.
It's a bunch of like syllables, but yeah, they don't make up like any words you recognize. And there aren't.
So.
There aren't any beggars in this part of heaven, but there absolutely are like beggar gods closer to the center of heaven that are like out of a job and out of a home and are praying for divine energy. That's totally a thing. But yeah, so you just kind of like step aside and unroll the scroll and you read from it. And yeah, as you do, we see Berg kind of glow from the feet up with this kind of whitish light, and then start to disappear. And there's a sound that kind of goes with it, and we crossfade to a bamboo garden. It's got this sort of these emerald stalks of tall bamboo, and there's an area of sort of swept sand, white sand, in whirling patterns with big stones sticking up out of it. And we see Berg appear as he sort of reconnects in this garden. So you're standing next to a stone bench, and you are in a very placid bamboo garden. You don't know where you are, but you're not where you were a second ago.
Yeah, I mean, Berg looks around to see if there's others near him that he needs to, hide.
No, I don't think so. You don't see anybody. These areas are not like patrolled. You feel the calm of this place, right? It's built to be relaxing and calming. But you are here for a purpose. And so you don't have time to rest and hang out in this garden. There's a path that you could follow to leave this little area.
Okay. Yeah. Then Berg will follow. I mean, I guess I can roll stealth and do that. Berg would want to
yeah, if you want to try to.
I'm just worried about completely critically failing this, and then
try to stay hidden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Okay.
I don't believe I have any inspiration or anything like that, so I'm just gonna roll it. Well, cool.
Wow.
Okay.
Great decision.
Very, very, very stealthy. Excellent. Good stuff.
Nice. They sent the right guy.
Okay.
Shouldn't have rolled
All
anything. Now I'm just lumbering around being loud.
Fantastic. Okay. So you come around the corner, and I think you see a couple of these courtiers, a couple of like Azamar. You can't see their faces. They have veils. They're a little shorter than you, but basically human size. Wearing scarlet robes, and they seem to be having a meeting or conversation by this pool as you come out of the bamboo forest. And they look up, and you can hear the rattling of their jewelry as they look up at you, surprised. And you have a moment before they give an alarm, or before they become. What do you want to do? You've been made. They see you.
Really, with a 2?
Yeah. You're standing out in the open.
Crazy.
So
I just literally have like scribes looking at me like, what?
Yeah, you just walk out of the master's bamboo forest, and they're like, what? Huh? And they like look up.
It's either kill them or trying to ruse them, and that probably won't go very well.
You feel, you feel the fire of your divine purpose burning in your heart, aching to be let free.
How many of them are there?
There are two.
Are they? These are just scribes, right? They're not like wizards or anything that I'm aware of.
I mean, you're in heaven, so who knows?
Who knows, right? Okay. But how many of them are there?
There are 2.
Okay. How far away?
They are, let's see. They are 50 feet away from you.
Just far enough away so I can't zip up and smack them. Okay. Berg's just gonna regard them and give them like a little wave. We're like,
Do you know the way out of this place?
They look at each other, and one of them says, "Who's that?" And the other one's like, I don't know. I don't recognize that one at all." And they start talking, and you can see them starting to get like suspicious. They're
slowly
backing
walking
away a
towards
little
them.
bit because
Yeah,
they're backing away nervously. Yeah, right. So when you notice them like start backing up a little bit, do you pick up your pace?
yeah.
Okay, I
Berg's
think
kind of doing this whole like, it's fine, it's cool.
yeah, they are inclined towards
Kind of-
politeness.
I look dumb.
Yeah.
Basically, he's like,
Okay,
he's trying to play the dumb card of like, oh, maybe they'll be like, oh, who is this guy? Like, poor.
Let me roll
Oh.
intimidate.
Looks like I'm ready
roll
for
an,
combat.
roll an
I'm sure.
intimidation. Yeah, roll an
Sure, yeah,
intimidation
yeah.
roll.
I'm trying to throw them off in some way just to make them feel a little weird, and maybe that'll
Mhm.
stall them enough.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Okay. All right. So they're too intimidated to like call for help because maybe you're someone important. They don't want to embarrass themselves because maybe you're someone
Yeah.
more important than them. And I mean, you managed to close that 10 feet, right? So you're like
Right.
you're getting within charging distance.
Is there no one else in the
Um,
area except for them?
A quick glance around shows that no, there isn't anyone else in this area. This is kind of an enclosed area, so you're there. There's a wooden gazebo painted scarlet off to one side. There is a pool, like a pond, and the only people that are watching are the koi in the pond, and there's a crane standing with one leg up that regards you passively. From
Don't you dare
the,
snitch
from
on
the
me, you
middle of the
heaven
pond.
crane. It goes down, it's like, or whatever noise heavenly cranes make.
So what are you gonna do?
Okay. In that moment, then, when I've closed the distance, Berg's gonna charge up as quickly as he can and try to knock the two of them out.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna attack. You're gonna attack like non-lethally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you run up, and they're like, oh, they realize like, oh god, something is horribly wrong. This enormous guy is charging towards us.
Listen,
Make
they're not gonna be
a
convinced by Berg. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So make an attack roll. Do you have your? I assume you don't have your shield out. I assume this is like two-handed.
No, this is two-handed because
Okay.
I'm not worried about these scribes yet.
Okay. Okay. No problem. Make a go ahead and roll damage. Okay, even without rage or any additional bonuses, you rush up, swing the hammer. What does it look like when you try to knock somebody out?
He doesn't use the top side of the hammer. He's just kind of going the other way, like that.
Right. Yeah.
Fluid
It's just
motion.
like,
As he's charging up, it comes up, and like that.
excellent.
Crack
okay.
him across the face.
So the other one has begun as you run up. The other one is praying and draws from their sleeve a prayer strip that is dissolving and like burning up as he's speaking. And he puts his hand out, and there's a flash, and you see this bright flash of color. It's this character, the character for fire, that's burned into your mind's eye for a moment, and then you're hit with a burst of flame. Let me see how much you get to make a save. I think. Let me take a look at the spell. Yes, make a dexterity saving throw at DC 13.
Okay.
And this is, before you ask, this is indeed a danger sense type of a
Mhm.
roll.
Yeah. Dexterity saving throw, you said? EC 13?
Yes.
Oh boy.
So you have advantage. Oof. Your danger sense is a little rusty. Okay, so you're gonna take
This is
you'll
going-
take
this is
full
going well.
damage. All right. So there's a flash of fire. You take 10 damage. And this searing golden flame like ripples out from the scribe's hand, and you get burnt. And the fire kind of like rolls off of you. Their friend is lying on the ground moaning, like like holding their face, bleeding onto
not
the
unconscious?
ground. But this other person, he's unconscious. He's out. What are you gonna do? Do you want to hit this other one? You want to take a swing at
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna
guy?
hit this other one.
Okay.
Oof.
Okay. Yep, that's a hit.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, same thing. So the other one you just nail that one with the hammer, and yeah, they're both lying unconscious on the sand. And when you look up, yeah, when you look up, you see the crane, which is this enormous, like beautiful ivory colored bird with scarlet wingtips, and the crane looks at you and like tilts its head like, what's your deal? Kind of just
goes like this to
observing you.
Gives it the shh.
Yeah. Right. And it just looks over its shoulder and like adjusts some of its feathers. Like, I didn't see anything.
I'm bored.
Yeah. So you're standing there. There are these two scribes lying unconscious on the ground. You're standing next to a fish pond. What do you do?
Are there any bushes or anything that I can hide them behind? Yeah, or in. I don't know.
Yeah. There's some low like shrubs nearby that you can.
Also, Berg's gonna rifle through their robes and stuff to see if they have anything of use that he could use, maybe like a potion or something.
Yeah. So they both have in there. They have like a little purse. They both have some coins. You turn up. Let's see here. Okay. 11 gold coins. And they're like, I mean, you're not a metallurgist, but they're beautiful, perfect golden coins. And they are marked. They're marked by the symbol for prosperity on one side, and on the other, they have a like a wheel, the wheel of fortune symbol on them. So you find those two. They have their pouches, and they're both carrying what look like little lacquered wooden, just pieces of lacquered wood on like on a piece of white like rope, and they have them hanging around their necks. You don't recognize these objects, but they're the one thing the other two haven't. They both of them have in common as well.
Okay. They seem magical in nature, or is it just like a?
I mean, everything around here is
heaven. It's like everything's magic, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to decide to take it from them to be like, all right, don't use that, whatever that is. Yeah, you know what? Berg's gonna take him. Berg's gonna take him just to rob them of it. So maybe if they do wake up, they don't, have something to use against him. He doesn't know what it is, but he's like, you know what? I don't want to leave you with that in case you wake up and you cause problems.
Okay. All right. So you reach down, you like take one of them off. And
you should take a Constitution save, Max.
Do you put it on, or do you just like, you don't have like, this is the thing, you're wearing armor and you have your hammer and your shield, and you now have two of these like purses, but you have nothing. You don't have a backpack. You don't have. There's nothing to like put on.
Okay, so the other thing I was going to ask you is how big are these robes? Would it look completely ridiculous for Berg to wear one of these or attempt to wear one of them to try to blend in a little bit more
over top of your armor? Yes.
What if he took the two of the robes, stitched them together, and make a big robe?
I mean, like also
just
also no, I don't. That wouldn't.
Okay.
No.
All right.
That wouldn't work.
Okay. Yeah. Then he just puts them in or behind the bush, whatever is better to hide them. I'm worried about putting on that fucking thing. Every time I try to interact with anything that's heavenly, it just hurts me.
That was before.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna take those things around the neck and put them in a separate bush. I'm gonna hide them from them because I'm too worried to put it on.
Okay, so you just take it off of them and chuck them in a bush.
And I have no idea what these things are at all, right? Like I can't like roll it all to.
Nah, you've never seen them. No, you've never seen them before.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So monks in one bush,
Okay.
whatever they were wearing in another bush. It's just separate them.
Sure.
Maybe give them another little crack each, so that way they stay knocked out.
Just like a little sauce on it there for good measure.
Yeah, it's like resetting the timer before you.
Yeah. You hear one of them's like, I'm all right. You just punch him in the face. Yeah, okay. And then you look around and then you head off. And you're looking for like a way to get up to the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you head off and we fade out on that scene. So meanwhile, Kalimat, Yoji, and Ramus, you are standing in the rubble where once the vault of the devil stood, but now only destruction. There's still a bit of neighborhood around you. There are some like dilapidated buildings, places that seem to have decomposed but not been reclaimed by the Farang. But everywhere you hear the faint buzzing of crystalline wings. As the swarms of reformation locusts move from section to section of the city, slowly rebuilding it in the image of the great ziggurat. And we see the group of you, the sunless, like hidden sun sky, the kind of like odd twilight that you have, and and you've stepped out, and there's the rubble behind you. What now? Where do you go? What do you do?
You said we could see the tower in
Right.
the distance. That's one of the only things standing next to the.
Yeah, like the sky around it's got like some Death Mountain shit going on. So there's like the part of the city has grown a shell of gold walls, right? They've built up this ziggurat structure around it. So there's part of it that's still organic and part of it that is this very like aggressively lined section. And then up at the top, where the Farang have not yet climbed, you can see reflected in the smog and smoke hanging in the sky. You can see the red glow of the burning tower, and the occasional flickers of lightning of their divine storm up above.
Any idea how far away it is in terms of like time or distance, whichever we would be able to measure?
I mean, like, no, because you're moving through rubble, you're moving through ruins, right? Like the whole city is essentially like destroyed or dangerous or enemy territory,
Right.
So it's
And the temple of the devil, so to speak, is just ruins around us. Like there's no doors or no semblance of like anything.
No. All that was left was this stone archway, which when you exited the vault crumbled.
Yeah. And I look away from the distant horizon and I look back to where I think possibly my room was and Maud was.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like just ruins, just like nothing, no stairways, no nothing, just like piles of rock and shit.
Yeah, it looks like rubble. Like the house got knocked over by a hurricane. There's just like chunks of stone and rock and like places where the local sort of scrub grass and stuff has started to grow back in the ruins of this building. It's being reclaimed by the city.
Okay, so you see Kalimat kind of walk over a little bit towards the rubble of the temple and fall down on his knees and put his face in his hands, and you see like his shoulders like start jerking as if he's crying.
Ramus sees you do this and immediately walks over to you and just says, I know. They're gone, and it must be terrible. But Clyde lived a good life. He'll be remembered for all time for his service, his devotion. Don't worry, Calumet. Don't worry.
And you see Calumet look up with tears like streaking down his face. And he looks at you and he says, I did all of this. All of this is mine. I own it. And I claim it. And I will be an instrument of fate. Now, I know what I must do. I'm going to kill. I'm going to kill the Farang, the Immortals, everything. Everything dies. I get up, wipe the tears away from my face, and I look at everybody that's, if anybody's paying attention to me, I just look at them and say, those are the last tears I'll ever cry. Let's go.
I think I finally.
And I start like walking towards it, like wherever the tower is. Like,
yeah, I think I finally turn back and just go, where you want to go? There's not much to go to.
The tower.
You think that's the best?
Yes, we have an ally there that can help us get rid of the Immortals.
Yeah, when you say Immortals, the camera pans over to your nameless friend, who is standing in the rubble, just kind of like looking in awe at everything that's happened. And he looks at you, Ramus, and he says, "This place must have been majestic before. Such destruction."
Tell me, friend, have you ever seen a forest that has grown too thick? And then one day, a spare spark is all it takes to burn the entire thing down.
And he's nodding while you speak.
This place may have been majestic at one point, but it grew far too large. The tower has come to claim it.
Yeah, he looks up at the tower. As with all things the devil builds. Is that where we are to go?
Yes, first to the tower. But getting there is going to be quite a challenge. We'll need your skills, Yoji, to get us through this rubble undetected.
Yeah, that might be a problem. See, I knew how to get around in the city, within the city. There's no city here anymore. There's just, and I kind of like kick some wood that's just sitting in front. It's just rubble. I'll do my best, but there's no cover here. There's no secret passages. It's just one long trek across whatever you want to call this.
I have faith that the gods put you here for a reason. You were sent here to guide us. At this moment, this was your purpose from the gods.
He starts laughing at you. That whole God thing's not going to work on me, but you could just say you believe in me. I guess that's all right. Nothing wrong with a little belief. I start walking towards the tower. I can't use city secrets, right, Adam? At all?
The secret patterns that flow to city, passes through the urban sprawl others would miss. No, you can still use it. Like it's a ruined city, but I think you're familiar enough with this one that you can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
I think I like stop and I turn around. Well, maybe the old passages still exist. We'll see what we can do. Let's head this way. And I kind of like divert to the left, hoping to find.
Yeah. So you duck down an alley. Like there's a clear, obvious path that everybody could take where you're like, oh, we just go up, and then try to keep to the main roads. But Yoji is like this way, and then scoops you away into the alley to head out. Okay, so does everybody follows Yoji?
Yeah, I finished my thought under my breath, though. The old gods, for this is how we awaken the first of many. And I follow.
Nice. And this is a like Ramus to the camera moment.
Yeah,
I like it. Okay, cool. We get a slightly like minor chord change in the like Ramus theme in the soundtrack before we fade. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we fade in again on a group of you. And because you're moving stealthily through the city, you don't you see this before they notice you. So you're coming across. There's a building that has tipped over and kind of crashed into a building next to it, and you are like Nakatomiing your way through one. So you've jumped out the window of the knocked over building into the top floor of the building next to it, and are skulking along when you hear a faint, high-pitched kind of like a whine or like a buzz in the air as you move towards the other end of the building. Now, Yoji, your plan was to get everybody to that other side of the building and then go out the window and then down. And there's a town, like a little town square across from you. That if you can cross that, there's a like a canal you should be able to follow to get out of this district and into the next one up.
Right.
But once you reach this building, so you hop out of the window, you drop down into the secondary building. Everything here is kind of broken. There's a chunk of ceiling that's fallen in. It's all dusty and there's rubble everywhere. But you can hear this high pitched whining sound, this buzz that like all three of you are like, hold on, like it hurts. And so what do you do? It's coming from the square up ahead of you.
Sure, I turn back to the other two, or I guess the other three. You guys hear that?
Now, Adam, does this remind us of the hum of the device we were sent to disable? That thing.
Yeah. It's you've definitely heard this before, Ramus.
It's one of those things.
What?
It sends out a bubble of energy where my magic won't work inside.
Okay. You've encountered one of these before, I assume?
It's an anti-magic crystal. It creates a dome where no magic works inside of it.
Can they be destroyed?
Yes, they can. But they also destroy everything once they are cracked.
Got it. So don't get in a fight here is what you're saying. Let's just get out.
Well, you can get into a fight. Just make sure your weapons are good enough without magic.
All right. Well, we just got to get past this town square, then we'll be into the next district. So if you guys feel up to it, we can get out of here without being noticed. But if not, we might have to deal with that.
I'll follow your lead.
Ramus, how are you in a fight without magic?
You know, in the Little Mermaid where she loses her voice. Imagine she
Right,
tried to start a career. Then
Yeah, no,
that would be.
I read that once as a kid. Yeah.
Yes, the ancient tale of the Small Mermaid.
All right, so you're terrible is what you're saying. I got it. All right, let's not get in a fight here, everyone. Be careful. I can't help you out with this, so I kind of look back at.
Oh, Yoji, I'm sorry. The crystal is not what explodes. I'm sorry. It's the Farang themselves. They wear a special armor or something. Once you kill them, that's what explodes. I'm sorry.
I gotcha. So this, you're probably guarding this thing, right? I would assume this is some important thing that it's here for, whatever it is.
They plant it everywhere they go.
Great. Okay. Well, let's try to get past this without getting in a fight. We'll see how it goes. I start to walk across.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you could sneak up. The building's tilted slightly and there's rubble everywhere, but you could sneak up to the edge if you want to like peer out and take a look down.
Yeah, I'll do that. Well, do you want to do that, Kyle? Or you want me to do it? I got a +8. I don't know what your stealth is. I think it's higher.
+10.
Do you want to both try? You go first, and then we'll see how it goes.
What was our objective?
Just to get to the edge of this building to see what's out in the square. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me do it since I just say like, hold on, and I grab the glasses, the eyes of the eagle.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Oh boy,
Jesus.
will I be right back?
Fucking invisible as shit. Okay. All right. Good stuff. So you're practically invisible, and you sneak up to the edge, and you look over the edge. So you can see in the square. It's square. It's not really a square. It's like a 5, like a pentagon shape. So you're at the edge of one of these sort of reclamation like programs by the Farang. So there's a building that has mostly been crumbled down, and crawling over a pile of the rubble are these little locusts. There's a swarm of them that is like eating the stone, and the whole thing is sort of shimmering a little bit. You can see in the center of the like pentagon, there is an enormous gold statue, enormous gold like figure. He's about 10 feet tall, about like 5 feet at the shoulder. Vaguely insectoid looking in shape. Like it's got 2 arms and 2 legs, but it has kind of an insectoid cast, like big kind of dome like eyes, like a chitinous appearance. And it's holding a staff of similar size that's maybe like 15 feet tall. And at the top of it, there is one of these crystals. So it's not one of the big ones that they like set up permanently, but this crystal is like humming and making this sound and giving off kind of a glow. So he's holding this, and this thing seems to be like in the middle of an operation. So there is a group of humans. They are chained together at the wrists. There's about, I don't know, 20 of them, and they are in line. And at the end of the line, like the front, there are a group of a half dozen more Farang. Now, these Farang aren't wearing the big combat armor. All but 2 of them are wearing like a smaller version of that armor. And they seem to be like overseeing the group of humans that are being moved up this line. And the other 2, the remaining 2 are they're unarmored. They're wearing just like robes. They're wearing like gold and black robes. One of them has a sword at his hip, and you can like see their faces. They have the ghost white skin, the long ears, long black hair, and the two of them are like examining this group of prisoners. So they're walking down the line, looking at them, like grabbing their face, turning their head back and forth. And as you're looking down the line, you see partway down the line, in chains, you see a familiar figure. You see Pravat half elven. And he's in chains. He's like 3/4 of the way down the line, and he's just kind of like shuffling forward as they get moved around. I'm gonna see if he sees you. He's gonna have a real hard time of it, but let's see if he notices you, because he's looking around. You can see him doing that thing that people do when they're backed into a corner. He's like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta find a way to escape. Like, this is some bullshit. So let me roll for him. Perception is... Okay, no, he doesn't see you. You can see him nervously, like, looking around like, oh, God.
Okay. And he's not... They took all of their spoils off of them, right?
Yeah, I mean, they all look like they've...
Underclothes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. With the glasses, I look around and see if there's like a pile of things that they took off of these guys or whatever.
Yeah. So it looks like these people have been captured and are being processed before they're being taken somewhere else. So yeah, there's just like a pile of like clothes and miscellaneous junk like lying nearby.
Okay. Now, since I attuned to that dagger, I'm pretty sure like half elven like probably reattuned or whatever, but
yeah,
is there a call to it or not?
No.
Okay. Does it look like the pile of stuff has weapons or anything of value, or is that just like a pile of whatever?
It's hard to say. Maybe you can't see through it.
Okay. Is someone guarding it?
No, because it's just trash, right? To them.
Sure. Does it look like there's an easy way to get, or not easy way, but like a viable way to get over there without being seen?
You could try to go through the rubble of the building, like find a way downstairs, get to the floor, and then go from there.
Okay.
Maybe.
A lot to go on a hunch that that my dagger might be there. Well, let's see. Recalling how much does it take to, like, we had to hit that crystal a few times last time, right?
Yeah, the one that you saw was much bigger, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Oh, man. And crystal's probably, I would say, like, under, like, the vibrations would make it easy to destroy. All right, so I'll just take stock of what I see. Tell like the prisoners, the 6 Farang, Crystal, the statue, the pile of stuff, the guy I knew, and I'll sneakily make my way back to my companions.
Okay.
All right. There are 6 Farang. Light armor on 4. 2 of them are wearing robes, like a priest or a monk or something. They have taken humanoid slaves. There's a 10-foot golden statue with a staff and a crystal at the point of the staff. The anti-magic crystal. Did I see if there's a way like to? Are they directly in our way to get to the tower?
If you're crossing the square, yeah. I mean, you could with a little time and effort and some luck, you could go around. You could go through. There's a ruined neighborhood that you could go through instead if you go around this.
Okay, I relay that it would be faster to go through them, but we could possibly get around. It would take more time, but we could do that. That's what I've seen. And also, the person that I traded the dagger to is there, Yoji.
Wait, is he tied up?
He's a slave. Yes.
Well.
Oh, and the crystal Ramus is smaller than the one we destroyed previously. So if we were to take the fight to them, the crystal would go down faster than the other one. I'd imagine. I'm guessing.
Now, when that crystal got taken out, was the fight over? Did everything else go away?
No,
Is it a
we
power
were just
source?
able to use our magic again.
And they were stunned briefly.
Ah. Well, we could try a surprise attack. See how that goes. Or we could just go away, go around. But, I don't know. It's up to you guys. I could look back to, did he say to call him nameless?
No, he just doesn't have a name. I wrote him down as nameless, but he doesn't have a name.
Okay, I look back to him and say, you look like you can fight. Can you fight?
He looks up at you and he says, I haven't in a very, very long time.
That comes back pretty quickly.
And he looks at himself and he says, and I have no weapons.
Well, that's an issue.
He nods.
All right, well, what do you two want to do? I vote for getting around it, skipping it.
It's probably
I'm
safe
ready
to go.
either way.
All right.
I'm sorry, Ramus, what was that?
We'll probably run into many situations like this. Should probably avoid as many as we can.
Yeah, just as a note, like Yoji, he says he has no weapons. You see he has like a knife and a scimitar like on his belt, but he just said he doesn't have any weapons. That would be something that you, in case you forgot from last time, that you would.
Well,
you would notice
I knew that
he says
happened.
that.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It would have twigged that you would have been like,
Right.
sure, okay, moving on.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if we're passing by, we'll just go that way. Collie, what happened to those? Have you ever seen them take slaves? Do they live?
I've never seen them taking slaves. I'm sure they have, but when last time we encountered them, they didn't have any with them.
All right. Well,
I'm sure they're trying to enslave the entire city or kill it, one or the other.
sure. Well, we've decided, so let's get moving. I think we go down the path to try to avoid the fight.
Yeah, you want to go around?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Ramus and Kalima, let's get you both to roll stealth as well.
You mean Ramus and Yoji?
Yeah, right. Kalima, you can keep yours from before.
Ramus, you're the one that matters here, so feel free.
12.
Not bad.
I did worse. Well, better, but still bad. 13.
Better, but
Is
still
yours
bad.
12? Are you?
Okay. So let me roll. Let's see here. Okay. You're pretty far away, and you're trying to skirt the scene anyway, so I'm going to give them disadvantage.
Who?
All right. Okay. So, yeah, Yoji and Ramus, what is it? Like, do you make a noise? Is it like the rubble shifts? Like, cause Yoji, you're pretty stealthy, so it wouldn't be like, oh, you step on a twig. What is it that attracts their attention?
Go ahead, Ramus.
I think we both step up onto like a step, and then like the step it just gives way.
Yeah,
Like it just crumbles both our way.
that's fine. Yeah, yes, I agree with that.
And then I come up on him and I say, "You're ghosting us, motherfucker."
Okay. So there's a sound, and then we cut to the group of the Farang, and yeah, we see two of the smaller armored ones, like turn to look, and they turn and wordlessly communicate with one of the ones in charge, the ones out without armor, and they start jogging towards you, towards where you are.
I think the second that happens, I just say, "Are we fighting here or are we running? Need a decision now." I like have my hands on my bow, getting ready to fire off shots.
I'm still like hidden. Like I know they don't like see me, right?
I mean, you don't know anything right now. All you know is you made a noise.
I'm up for fighting. I'll head towards the crystal. Hopefully, I can sneak over there and they won't get me.
What do you do, Ramus?
I guess we fight if it comes to that.
All right, you stay here. I'll sneak over to the crystal and try and destroy it.
Can I see
Once that crystal is...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
No, go ahead.
Once that crystal is destroyed, that means... Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, currently you can't see anything. You're inside, and the crystal and the Farang are all outside.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Well, then, I guess the question would be, does it seem more... Yeah, he used the word viable a lot, but does it seem more viable to, like, book it and get an escape, or are they cutting off our egress or whatever?
You currently do not have the information required to make that decision, because you can't see them. You don't know where they're coming from. Like, you know they're like over that way, but it depends on if you think you can outrun them.
Okay. Judging by how far we've walked since we decided to sneak around, how far would I estimate, like, the center, like, the statue is?
Like, from your literal, like, where you're standing?
Yeah.
Like a couple 100 feet back the direction, like, kind of adjacent to where you came. You're kind of going around it.
Okay.
Yeah, like, if y'all are... let me get rid of this awesome drawer drawing. So if y'all were coming... There's like buildings around the square, right?
Okay.
And then the object is there, and then the sad times slavery chain is right here. And then the Farang would be like a big boy here, and like smaller Farang grouping kind of all around here, right? Your ass is trying to move around the bottom in a line, right? You're going building to building this way, hoping to get into the slum zone here and then go that way instead of your original plan, which was to go here, right? Straight across. Gotcha. So the big noisy fuck up just happened, and it happened like here, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what are you going to do? You do not have long. What are you going to do? Actually, you know what? Let's just roll initiative.
Yeah, we should.
Because that will determine the order in which things happen.
Sure.
So let me roll for these nerds.
Fucking Christ, I can't roll today. Those averages are going down, man.
Think about your stats, JP.
I know my
Yeah.
stats are going
Think about
down.
that graph.
Your 2018 JP
They're not
trading
going to want
card
to
is
keep.
not
They're going to
looking
trade
good.
me. They're going to trade me next season.
Your Bitcoin's in May.
All right, so let's see. We got one of these, and we got two of these coming your way. Yeah, so that means, let's see. There we go. Okay, so Kalimat, as is befitting the order here, you're first. So
Okay. Let's see. I am going to try and make my way sneakily so I can get a decent shot at the crystal while staying indoors. Oh, you said it was how many feet? Like 100 or 200?
it's a ways. It's like a longbow shot.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just going to continue around in the circle because if the noise was here, they're going to come, to inspect where the noise was. So we don't want to be where the noise was.
Correct.
Like they're going to come like hanging down that way. So I'm going to go this way.
Okay, yeah. So you're just going to continue
outside the building, but yeah.
No, but you're just going to keep going. You're going to run.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you start running. We're not going to use the map to dictate like exact distances for folks or anything, but yeah, I mean you start running and you hear two low pulsing sounds, like two kind of like thumps, and I need all three of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. You just hear this like boom, boom. And then you need to make the save.
All right, there's decent. 23, 16,
Okay.
and a 13.
Okay, so the people that got the save, you take half. And the rest of you take the full damage. Okay. And yeah, I gotta roll for nameless bro here. Okay. All right. So, so y'all take either 16 or 8 damage as the rubble stone wall to the right of you explodes. Two Farang weapons hit it and then throw rubble and debris. And it's not the debris or the rubble that hurts. It's the wave of like psychic harm that precedes it. So
What was the DC? I'm sorry.
DC was 13. So you're all fine. Sorry.
Okay.
And you like grab your heads. You can feel this shock of pain kind of like ripple through you as the wall blows out and there's dust floating. And then the leader. I don't think
you said
that she.
even if we save, we take half.
Yeah, save for half.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And I think from outside, I think she can still see.
When we're inside of the anti-magic shell or whatever, do we feel it? Is it like a different like thing, or do we even know if we are?
If you are a class that can cast spells, you have a vague sense of disorientation. If you are if you're just like a fighter or whatever, then no.
Okay.
Okay, so let me see here. So I'm gonna roll randomly, see who she targets with this. Okay, so 1, 2, Yoji. What's your armor class?
17 because it goes up with dex. Oh, that's nice. 17. I don't have my shield out. I was probably reaching for my bow, so it's 17.
Okay. All right. So let's see. 20 plus 6. Okay, so I got 15. So because you don't have your shield yet, right?
Yeah, so it's 17 instead of 19.
Okay, all right. So just barely. There is a beam of gold light that cuts through the concrete dust and the rock and hits the ceiling. And there's a flash, but you're just barely misses you as this person fires from below. Yoji, what do you want to do?
Can we see out into the courtyard, or is the rubble and like the smoke clearing making it a pain in the ass to do?
I think if you like move to the edge of the cloud, you could look out.
Okay. I want to move to the edge, and how hard of a shot would it be to break the chains of the slaves or a slave with a bow shot? Is that possible?
Breaking a chain with a non-magical arrow is like
Pretty difficult.
pretty difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I shoot the crystal? Is that within?
Yeah. I mean, you could try. It's small, but you know, womp rats, T16, etc.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, you can make the shot. Sure.
So bonus action. First off, can I cast Hunter's Mark on it? I don't. Does Hunter's Mark?
Does Hunter's Mark is a Hunter's Mark's a creature.
Yeah, you choose a creature. Yeah, so I can't.
Yeah, it's not a creature.
Okay. Well, then I will just fire off first shot. 17.
You barely miss it. So the first shot you fire, and it's like right past the side of it.
Second shot. Fucking Christ! I rolled a 7 and a 6.
Not any better.
God damn! The back of my card is gonna look so bad this year. It's gonna be terrible.
Dipping.
I don't have anything else.
Okay. All right. So 2 quick shots, and and you miss. And the larger armor form notices that you are firing at it, and it turns its attention towards you. Ramus, what do you want to do?
We're in the zone, so am I feeling that disorientation? That like my magic?
Yeah, you're definitely
Then
within the.
It's a big fucking dome.
I'm gonna try to move to a hiding spot and try to hide because I'm useless right now.
Okay. All right. So you want to fall back away from the wall and hide?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
I would have an additional attack. Has it been too long, or can I make it?
No, go for it. We haven't rolled anything else.
Okay, it's crit.
Nice. Okay. All right. So your first 2 shots you miss, and you're like, nope. Take the next one. Close one eye. Wait. Hold it. Fire. This one hits the.
off.
Yeah, this one hits the crystal. So go ahead and roll damage.
So it's 13 plus 8 plus D8 thanks to Dread Ambusher. So 15, 28.
Nice. Yes, that's enough to break it. So it hits the. We see it in slow motion. We see the thing hit the crystal. I mean, this crystal is like football sized and not like, like a big one, like a barrel, like the usual ones. And you hit it, and it shatters. And there's a pulse of energy that ripples out from it. The arrow that hits it is dissolved, and all of the Farang like suddenly go like into action. Right? They're like, "Oh shit!" Like we gotta pay attention because their bubble is like collapsing. So now, Ramus, you feel the reconnection to the fountain's power.
I am going to. Let's see. I am going to. Hey, you said they're kind of grouped up in a cluster, like together.
So three of them have moved. I mean, you can't see them right now. You're inside. Do you want to move up to the edge where Yoji is and be able to see?
Yeah, I think I'll move up to the edge next to Yoji so I can see.
Okay. All right. So you move up to the edge and you look down. You can see, the big guy is in the middle, and then There's a distance of about like 30 feet from him to the group of that were originally a group of 6 that are with the slaves. All of those guys are within like 20 feet of each other. And then there's two of the armored, the smaller armored guys, and one of the unarmored ones that have moved closer to you. And so yeah, they're split into 2 groups of 3, and then the big guy.
Okay.
If you want to think about it, we do need a break. You want to think about it?
Yeah, that's true. We could take a break.
I'll think about it.
Okay. I don't want to steal your thunder, but if you want to think about it for a little while, we can take a quick break.
No, that's a good call.
All right, cool. Let's do that, and then we'll come back and go into the second half here of week 81 of Roleplay Court of Swords right after this. So don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys then.